Well, there's the finished product. Plates, I just gotta get the insurance on her tomorrow. For those that don't live near me or work with me or see this kind of stuff every day, but 6 months in the making, finally, it's done. Still gotta buy a new side markers for it. And I gotta touch up the other side door. Pretty much got a whole bunch of, got some new sheet metal in here, the bottom of this door, cab corners, the rockers, pretty much everything from, say, right about here is all new metal. Exhaust has completely been redone. It's a little amazing what this little steel wool does for wheel trim rings. Sprayed the wheels. I even did a little bit on the old bed rails here. It was easy enough. Threw the bed liner back in because I didn't paint the inside. There is a kind of a couple of goofed up spots in the rear of the gate, but for a $20 gate I wasn't going to complain. I had the intention of putting the rear Silverado panel back on, but I was like, just piss on it. The bumper came with the truck, freebie. It's kind of a piece of shit, to be honest with you. It's all caved in on this side. Yes, I do have patriotic band-aids. Sheet metal screw. And you go down the driver's side, show you the fucked up spot. Basically sanded out a run, but went too far in, and looks like I'm gonna have to touch a primer on there or see if I can just lay on enough. But nothing too serious, just a fucked up spot. The interior, well, aside from being absolutely filthy, I actually do have a sunroof in my truck. And cab lights. The visor. Interior's not terrible. I'm missing some trim pieces here. I think I gotta put a combination valve in it because the brake light stays on. Or there's a switch down here that's bad. Not a bad truck. I'm really surprised. Pretty much from this fender, this whole area right here is brand new, replaced. Same with spots in here were patched in. Gotta give a big thanks to Eric for selling me that bumper for 40 bucks. That was a savior. The front headlight bezels are resprayed. The billet grill I got out of the Summit. All the lights and all that jazz work. I even sprayed the wiper arms because they look really shitty. You do notice it is kind of hazy. It is orange peeled. I could wet sand and clear it, but I'm really satisfied with the way it looks right now. New fender trims because mine were corroded to pieces. Pretty much everything here was either part, here's the old rusted out fender trims, or corroded I should say. The old exhaust is laying in here that was kind of hanging on by just a half a stud. You can see the exhaust is vibrating away there. It's a full 2.5-inch exhaust, front to rear, with headers, chamber mufflers. That's why she sounds so kind of nasty. Really pleased with how it turned out. See if we can get some noise. See if we can get this thing making some noise. She sounds fantastical. I'm really psyched about that. Obviously the driver's mirror isn't on, but like I said, I got to patch that spot. I took her for her first drive. She was a little low on power steering fluid, so that started kind of moaning. moaning on me. There's a bit of a thump in the front end, but that's more likely due to the fact that this thing's it's got some worn out bushings for the front springs, but I'm probably not going to worry too much about it, as I don't intend on driving it a ton. It's more like a backup vehicle, the replacement for the Dodge. I'll probably still keep pounding away on the Ranger, which, as you can see, I kind of half-ass sprayed it with leftover material. That's why it's sparkly on one side. Other than that, I'm just glad it's done. 6 months. This is what I've been doing for 6 months for people who've been trying to get a hold of me and get me to do shit. Yeah, this is it. It took that goddamn long between the new, going through the whole body, replacing metal, exhaust, the train needed to be replaced, all new, you know, the front diff was, well, I should say I put new axle U-joints wells in there. I did, you know, new bearings, seals, all new brakes all the way back, all new lines front to rear, fuel, brake. Yanked out both tanks, so I, you know, had to do that when I did the cab corners and such. But, you know, a lot of sheet metal in this. I probably, and you know, the most amazing part about this whole operation, I have about, give or take, probably about $100, up to $3,000 invested in this truck. That's including buying it. That includes buying it, having a guy tow it up here for me. I am really, really pleased with the amount of money I spent on it towards what I got. That's what a little bit of hard work and some determination gets you, and you end up blowing a few people off, but I think they'll deal with it. Saying as the end result is completely worth it in my book. Well, just wanted to shoot a little video of it running so y'all can see exactly how it's looking, how it's running.